Donald, where did you have breakfast yesterday morning?
I keep Breton, Nova Scotia.
Why don't you tell the people all about that?
So I'm from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. Has anybody ever heard of Cape Breton, Nova Scotia? No. A few people. So usually that's the case. So it's a very small island on the very end of a province called Nova Scotia in eastern Canada. Anybody heard of Nova Scotia yet? Yeah, there you go. So we like to differentiate ourselves, even though we're in the same province as Nova Scotia. When people say to me, "You're from Nova Scotia," I say, "No, actually, I'm from Cape Breton Island." It's just a little bit of a thing there. There's a causeway, but it's big. Anyway, so I'm going to play a set of tunes now. My father was a fiddle player. This is actually his fiddle. And we used to have a band called Skoomalash that traveled a lot in Scotland and England and France back in the late 80s doing folk festivals. And I was telling the boys here, we were very happy to see such a nice number of people here at the gig tonight. And it's always a gamble when you play out of town. And I was telling them about a time that we played at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Edinburgh, Scotland. And what we didn't know ahead of time was that at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, you sell your own tickets. It's a week-long festival. You busk outside in beautiful Edinburgh, and when you're busking, you sell tickets to your show. Well, we didn't know that. We arrived on the day of our show. Of course, there was no tickets sold. There was 2 people that came with us from the previous festival that went to our show, and there was 1 gentleman sitting there as well. So my dad was very kind of into doing the show no matter what, show must go on. So he said, "Come on, boys, we're going to play our hearts out. It doesn't matter if there's 3 people or 40 people, we're going to do it." So we went out and we did the best show we could. And at the end of it, the 3 people that were there stood up and clapped for us. And the fellow that we didn't know said, "That was great, guys. Can I put away the chairs now?" Anyway, I'll do this little tattoo.